Welcome, everybody. Here, we're going to talk about what a magical season that the Bears had on Everything Bears, where we talk about everything Bears. Thank you, Chicago Bears 2025. Let's get that.
Everything Bears show, yo, bear down, bear down, bear down, bear down, bear down, yo. Everything Bears show, bear down, bear down, bear down, bear down, bear down, yo. First down, first down, first down, touchdown. Everything between the walls, oh now, bow down to the ground. Lakeshore, downtown, sister throne of the north, up high, calm down, find out, intercepted, locked down, found out, knocked out, 9 down, in the state, touchdown, plow. First down, first down, first down, touchdown. Everything between the walls, oh now, bow down to the ground. Lakeshore, downtown, sister throne of the north, up high, calm down, find out, intercepted, locked down, found out, knocked down, 9 round, in the state, touchdown, plow.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Everything Bears Show, your home for everything Bears. And that was it. The final heart attack of the season. What a season.
Bung,
What
bung.
a season.
What a season. Unfortunately, the clock struck midnight on this magical season. But like you said, what a season indeed. Man.
Yeah. Hey, chins up, buttercups. There's a lot to look forward to here. There's a lot. There's a lot to work with here. The arrow's pointing up. I know before the show, Wedge and I were talking about a lot of the big moves that need to be done by GM Ryan Poles and working in tandem with Ben Johnson. That's why they make the big bucks, because there's some big decisions that need to be made. And but the arrow is going up.
Mhm.
We have a quarterback.
Yeah. A franchise quarterback, not just a quarterback.
Absolutely.
When was the last time we could say that? Not the Super Bowl era.
Not in my lifetime. Not in my lifetime.
Sid Luckman. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did they have such thing as franchise quarterbacks back then?
Yeah, I don't know. But
Probably
in my
not.
lifetime,
Free
nothing.
agency wasn't even around back then. So
Yeah, we never
just-
had like a stable rookie quarterback. I mean, you talk about Eric Kramer coming in and balling pretty well, but that was a flash in the pan. He was gone. It's not like he stayed for years and years.
yeah, didn't we get Eric Kramer from like
Lions or something.
Yeah, I think so because Jim Miller, I think, came from the Falcons at that point. But
And Shane Matthews from Buffalo.
yeah,
And that was about it.
yeah, it's man, is it nice not to say that Eric Kramer is the Bears passing leader anymore, right?
Yes. Very, very nice.
Yeah, so Eric Kramer played with the Falcons, Lions, Bears, and Chargers,
Yeah.
with his most productive years being 1995 through 97 with the Bears, where he used to have the franchise record single season passing yards at 3,838, which is no longer at the top of the record books, now owned by our beloved Caleb Williams.
That's it.
Hooray!
And his second year as Bears quarterback, franchise record for passing yards. That's amazing. And it's still on his rookie deal. He's going to be around a while. So he's going to pretty much dominate all the Bears passing records, whether it be touchdowns, yards, you name it.
Yeah, he's going to be the new trendsetter or record keeper for all those stats for the Chicago Bears. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
No. But, as we say that, we can let's get this out of the way, huh? And let's talk about this game that happened on Sunday. It was a nail biter. We were in it the whole game.
Mhm.
We were in it. The game was there to be had. Our defense was playing a brand of defense that we were unfamiliar with. It was solid defense. They were getting punts. They were holding the Rams to field goals and or punting the ball. And it was a really weird shift for the team because it was always the offense having to keep us in games because the defense was really struggling. But the one game that the defense steps up and plays a very good physical, disciplined, stout brand of defense, our offense is struggling. Drop balls all over the place. There were so many. What was there? 8 or 9 drop passes that game. It was just
off the charts, man.
It was terrible. It was really terrible. And then like our run game in certain situations was getting going, and then in the crucial moments, no run game. Oh man, it was a pretty brutal game in that regard. And then of course, as we know, tie it up, going to overtime. I mean, what a throw, right? Everybody can't say enough about that throw from Caleb. It's one for the history books. It's like every game he gives us one, right?
Right.
Every game, it's like, I can't believe this fucking throw. Yeah, well, that's Caleb, man. That's
oh no. Oh yes.
Yes. It totally was that because like he's scrambling one way, the defenders are kind of corralling him a little bit, but meanwhile he's still just dropping straight back. He dropped back like 18 yards and then was like, fuck it.
He launched it from the 40, fade away throw, all arm, no legs. Yeah. And he just hung it up there too after he released it because he knew.
Yeah.
Did you know that the Bears defense forced the Rams to punt 8 times in that game?
I could feel that. I didn't know the number was 8, but I watched the whole damn game and 8 feels right.
Yeah, 8 times, man. Like, I'm pretty sure it was the most for the Rams punter in any game this season, and 4 of them came after 3 and outs by this Bears defense.
Yeah.
When was the last time that the Bears had 4 3 and outs?
I don't know.
Maybe they came close against Green Bay in the playoff game, but
maybe.
So
I don't know. Another confusing fact of the game was bear weather, right? It seemed the cold seemed to affect the Bears more than it affected the Rams. It was just
especially their pass catchers for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Our pass catchers were dropping the ball. Their pass catchers were not. This is where we start talking about when we get there. But speaking of drop passes, I can't help but to think of Rome Odunze.
Yeah.
You know, kiddo, ever since you came back from that foot, you don't know how to catch the ball now. Dropping way too many balls. And
whoa. To be fair, he was dropping them before the foot too. I mean,
okay,
let's just call it, call it what it is.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I mean, like his contested catching ability is not good.
No, his points went down in Madden for that this year. Coming out of college, that's what he was known for. Contested catches, always came down with it. The first 2 years, got to be different in the pros because that is not a skill trait that I would say that Rome Odunze excels at this point. These ones down and away, low, going down to the ground, he struggles with as well. Yeah. So if he's hitting that jugs machine, that thing's got to be like worm burner height as he's falling down on a pad.
Pointed at the ground.
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I get it, man. The dude had a bum flipper. He broke a bone in his foot. He didn't go to IR. He tried to gut it through. But there was a clear drop-off after that injury for the games that he did play. And it's a shame because the first handful of games, that Caleb-Rome connection was on fire.
Yeah.
Imagine that connection coupled with Colston Loveland. Sprinkle a little Luther Burden in there.
Luther Burden, yeah.
Yeah. You know, our guy here, with the choke first down.
Force choke.
Yes. Absolutely
I
awesome.
love it.
And he did it to Keyshawn Nixon, which
So
just
isn't
yeah.
that something? The guy he actually choked. He force choked a couple times in that Packer game.
Yeah.
I love it.
That was awesome. Like straight up baller move.
Yeah.
One of the best first down sellies that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Subtle, and only Bears fans know, but we all got it.
Yeah. Luther's a menace. He's going to be
Yeah.
a menace.
Man, that kid is so good. There's got to be 31 teams sitting there like, how the hell did we not pick this guy up? I'm sure the Buffalo Bills were like, how did we not draft this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bills, no wide receivers.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, it was just a tough game for the Bears on offense. Just really, there was some questionable calls by our coach, where you're like, why aren't you running it here? Or why aren't you just taking the 3 points in this situation?
Sure.
And I know it's all in hindsight and it's easy for us to do as fans. But you're the coach, those 3 points. Boy, when it's all said and done, when you tally up the end score, you're like, boy, those 3 points really mattered in this game. But
it was, what? He stayed true to form though. That's how he was in the regular season. That's how he coached through the playoffs. And they won 12 games this year.
Yeah.
Who are we to judge, I guess?
No. That's why I'm not cursing and calling them names and things like that. Because
saying his name in the same sentence with a Nagy or a Flus or something. Yeah.
Correct. I mean, it's kind of like and this is what we asked for, right? At the same time too. We wanted live by the sword, die by the sword.
Right.
And so we got it. That's what this entails.
It's just nice that we had a sword in general this year.
Yeah, how about that? Right. How about that?
Before we're out there with a pool noodle trying to win games.
Fucking pool noodle.
So, but yeah, no, hey, Ben Johnson is a rookie too at this. And
correct.
Like you said before, the arrow's pointing up. And you know what? Maybe he does learn from this. Maybe he will kick a few more field goals. Maybe he will capitalize on points. Maybe we won't have to worry about stressing out about an extra 3 points because we're scoring 30 points a game.
Yes.
Who knows? Who knows?
Yes. That's kind of the goal there. That's kind of one of the things that, like, in the back of my mind, just tracking his career with the Lions was, okay, his first season with the Lions as OC, they started 1-6. They started really slow. And it didn't get super better the rest of the season. It did progressively get better, but it really didn't start to kick in until year 2. Mm-hmm. And then year 2 looked way better. They were firing on all cylinders. And then by the 3rd season, that's when they were just dominating. So let's kind of keep that timeline maybe the same with what's going to go on here. It was a rough start. It was until the bye week. They didn't get anything going until the bye week. All right. So that was about week 5, week 6, right? So that follows the 1-6 timeline. And then it started to pick up steam, just like they did in Detroit. Now, next year, we should see them firing on all cylinders. Also, and their schedule's tough, but from what I've seen this year, I'm not scared of any other NFL team. We can. I don't give a shit how good you are, or if you won the Super Bowl the year prior. We're gonna line up and play football, and give you our best and a very good shot. If that ball's in our hands, in the last minute or 2, like, you're toast. You're done
with the hammer. Yep.
Yeah.
It's interesting to think. If we were to sit down and look at the expectations for this team before the season, nobody would have them going to the second round of the playoffs. Nobody would have had them as the number 2 seed. There was probably a handful of people that may have thought that they could contend for the division, and which they won. Now that you're a known commodity, now the work starts, right? Everybody knows what you are. Nobody can be surprised anymore.
Right.
And listen, the Bears have a lot of moves to do in the offseason. I don't want to get into that quite yet because we're recapping the Rams, but we'll have a whole show, which I'm sure if we wanted to, we could talk 4 or 5 hours about everything that they have to get done. But in terms of this game, though, the McVay Johnson matchup, super intriguing. Stafford and Williams, maybe a passing of the guard. I tell you what, one thing that I was thoroughly impressed with, and we knew it was going to be an issue going into it, was how well that they were able to contain Nakua and Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
Like, I was shocked on how well they did against those guys. Here's the stat lines for those guys. Puka Nakua, 5 grabs for 56 yards. All right, on 10 targets. So that means 5 out of the 10 times the Bears were able to break it up, bad ball, what pressure, whatever the case may be. And then Devontae Adams, you never heard his name except for that one amazing catch on the sideline.
Right.
2 grabs for 24 yards. If you were to tell me that's what the Bears defense was going to do against these guys going into it, I'd have taken that all day. Take my chances. The unfortunate part is that the Rams were like, oh, wait, we have a running game. And they found it at the crucial time where they're like, oh, okay, it's pretty easy to run against these guys.
Yeah.
So that's where it started heading south for us when they started turning around and handing it off. Williams finished with 21 carries for 87 yards, 2 touchdowns. Stafford, listen, everybody talks about Caleb's stat line. Stafford didn't have the best game either. So, hey, what's up, Pay, man?
Yo.
Yeah, good game, bro. Hats off to that Rams team, man. Bears gave them their best shot, and they took it, brother, for sure. So
go get them.
Yeah.
Go beat those sea chickens. Beat those sea chickens.
Make the Bears look good that they lost to the NFC representative at least, so we can save a little bit of face, man.
Yeah, but, dare we say what we shouldn't say?
Yeah.
That we lost to the Super Bowl champs.
Yeah.
That would feel much better. So go out there and beat those guys, man.
So pump that up, man. We'll see. Yeah, secretly, I wouldn't mind seeing Stafford kind of riding out in the sunset. I don't know. What do you think? If Stafford wins one here, is he calling it a career, or him and McVay got a good thing going? You think they're going to keep rolling? Be curious to hear what your thoughts are on that. So.
Hopefully he's still here.
Yeah, but yeah. So Pay is Pay if you are still here, brother. I don't remember if the schedule. Are we playing the Rams next year too?
Oh,
are we playing the West again? I don't think so. I think we're playing. But anyway, Pay, if the Bears and Rams cross paths, brother, we were talking, we'd love to do a show with you, do a collab, help each other out with a little bit of content. If you want the Chicago side, I'll be more than happy to give it to you. And same thing, we'd love to have you on so we could get a Rams perspective as well. So
chop it up.
Yeah, just it would be something cool. The plan is to try to get contacts across the teams that we can kind of cross over and have a little bit of friendly banter, whatever the case may be. So yeah, for sure, man. So
we don't play each other in the regular season.
Okay, so
maybe a playoff matchup again.
Yeah, might be that would be cool, a playoff rematch. I think Stafford will take time at the end of the season, talk with Kelly, but I think he has 1 or 2 more seasons.
1 or 2 more in him. I can
He's
see
gonna pull the Brady. All right. So
I can see it. I mean, he looked good to me. in that game. Like, he doesn't look like he's getting old or he's lost the zip on the ball. He hasn't.
Mhm.
Like, we could say that about Rodgers, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, he's lost his zip, but yeah, Stafford didn't look like he's lost his. So, yeah, one or two more.
Speaking of Rodgers, did you hear the stories? Like he was sobbing and apologizing to Tomlin, like acting like he was the reason why Tomlin's no longer the Steelers head
No, I
coach.
didn't know that.
Yeah, I was
I did not
hearing
hear that.
hearing some of that stuff. So kind of crazy. So yeah, pays in on collabing, man. Yeah, it'd be a good time, man. So but yes, thanks for stopping in, brother.
Oh, you also have a show on Wednesdays.
Okay.
First down
Oh,
Rams. All right, shoot.
great minds think alike, brother. So have a
Yeah.
good show. If you're still on when we're done, maybe we'll pop over as well. So
Yeah, thanks for dropping in, man.
but yeah, we caught you on YouTube and everything else, brother. So all right, man. Have a good show. Appreciate you stopping in.
See you, man. Thank you so much for dropping in, dude.
But yeah, I mean, stuff like that would be totally cool. But anyway, yeah, Rogers, I guess, was just besides himself. I don't know
Wow.
if he had that much respect for Tomlin or he finally decided he'd take some ownership and so I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know what the deal was.
Take some accountability for once.
Yeah. So, but yeah, they did not look good in that game. That's for sure. So,
Nope. Who was the other guy who didn't look good? CJ Stroud.
see, oh god,
What a implosion that was.
he's been playing bad for the last several weeks, and their defense clearly was the driving force to that.
Yeah.
And man, yeah, no Nico Collins. He lost his number one receiver.
Yeah.
But still, man.
Yeah, that's
Like,
another team that has no wide receivers.
yeah.
All Stroud had to do was game manage. Let your defense do their thing,
Mhm.
just manage the game. And he couldn't help but giving the ball away
Yeah.
to the tune of 5 times.
Josh Allen too, man. Like,
Yeah.
bro.
I don't know.
And they almost pulled it off. Like we were out to dinner, and I'm of course, I make sure we're going to a place that has a lot of TVs.
Yes.
And I'm watching this, and I'm like, maybe it was just something in the air because our quarterback threw 3 picks too.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the last one was the dagger that ended the season. And like we talked about after we went live afterwards, man, like I guarantee you that guts Williams a little bit, and you got to tuck that one away. And you know what? He's endeared himself to this city. We've seen it while he was on tour with PCA.
So
But
cool.
if he manages to bring a championship to this town, he will be in the likes of Mike Ditka, Jim McMahon, Singletary, Peyton, all those guys. They will be right up there with the 85 Bear legends that team had. He will definitely be frontlining that.
Yeah. Yeah, because you think, I mean, it's quarterback. It's the most important position in all of sports.
Mhm.
The Bears finally got one. And so he's going to be, and as long as he maintains this trajectory, they are going to hoist him
Yes.
into the rafters. Like, yeah.
Him and Ben Johnson will be riding on the shoulders of the rest of the team as they walk out to claim their Lombardi. So, which I would love if like Johnson put on gloves or something before touching something that says Lombardi.
Oh God.
Ugh.
He might. if Wiener Circle puts him up to it.
Yeah. So yeah, what more can we say about this game, man? Like, so all year we relied on this offensive line. It was the moneymaker, and a couple key times, man. 3rd and short, 4th and short, down inside the 5. It's the first time I've seen this line not get it done.
Yeah.
Can you remember any explosive runs for the Bears in that game? 10
There was
plus yards
one.
by
There was
Swift, right?
right up the middle. I mean, like,
Yeah,
right up the center's ass. We ripped one for a good gain there.
where he
Outside of
jumped
that,
and kind of like, yeah.
yeah, outside of that, I don't remember any big runs.
hmm So just kind of pulling it up. It looks like we had 2 runs over 10 yards. Swift had the one for 13, which was up the gut, and then Monungai ripped one off for 15. So 2
Uh,
explosive plays in the run game, which against this team in that weather was not enough. So,
yeah.
yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. They rushed the ball for 160 yards, but Caleb was 40 yards of that. And most of that
Oh,
came off of that big 26-yard scramble.
yeah.
So if you take that run out, the Bears ran it 38 times for 120 yards,
Hmm.
right? That's 4 yards a carry. Okay. About a half yard short of what their average was. And a couple times they needed that extra half yard to move the chains.
Yeah.
So,
I'm trying to think where we ended the season here in rushing yards per game, 149.
yeah.
So not good enough.
Yeah. And, they even dropped a spot before the season ended. Somebody leapfrogged them because they finished the season third in rushing,
Mm.
which down the stretch that San Francisco game turned into a shootout. So I could see that a little bit. But,
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's what the tough thing about this game is, man. Like when you think about it in your mind, and you think about how this defense dominated, this should have been a win for sure,
Hmm. Yeah.
right? And
Oh
it
yeah.
just didn't happen.
Well, it's just what I said on the post game show was, and just the moniker across all football. You can't throw 3 interceptions and expect to win many football games. So, especially in the playoffs.
Mhm.
Number one, in the playoffs, you shouldn't be making many, if any, mistakes.
Yeah,
But 3 picks, it's hard to come back from, especially when here's yet another game where our defense doesn't take the ball away
yeah.
and had a couple opportunities to, right? The ball was on the ground and just couldn't come
Mhm.
up with it again. So we're giving the ball up 3 times and not taking it away any times. But we're lucky that we only lost by 3.
And this defensive front got 4 sacks.
Yeah, oh god, yeah.
Like they played pretty good.
They played pretty good.
Yeah, except against the run.
Yeah.
But
And
there was a time where the Rams just straight up abandoned the run. Thankfully, they did because that ultimately kept us in it. If you're going to try and sit there and tell me that Matt Stafford is the same quarterback in cold weather that he is in regular weather, I'd call you a liar based off of what we've seen.
yeah.
What was the stat line? What did I say? 47% completion?
Yeah.
And he just did not look good throwing the ball. But
Nope.
the 2 drives that they scored, they ran the ball. And I was happy that they forgot about it for a while into the fourth quarter where they're like, oh, wait a minute. We
Yeah.
can run the ball against these guys.
That's right. We have some running backs here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Just again, ultimately a game that we had. We had it right there.
mhm.
We had it. And all season we were in these positions. And again, most of the time we found ways to win. Well, this game we didn't make it
Yeah.
happen. But yeah, live by the sword, die by the sword.
Mhm.
uh
Yeah,
que sera,
it's
sera.
in the playoff games, we lost the turnover battle against the Packers, ended up winning that game. Turn it over 3 more times in the Rams, and the defense kept us in it. But we just fell a little bit short. You even that out 1 or 2 takeaways the other way, the Bears could have ran away with this game. Top 10 coach of Bears offense is loaded now. I think it's reasonable to say Caleb's ceiling of 2026 is top 5 to 10 QB, but need to see more growth in year 3 for that to happen. 100% agree with that, Slim. Obviously, the main category that he needs to improve in is
completions.
accuracy, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
his completion percentage. Yeah.
So, and Boogie, you might have even sold him a little bit short. Like if he fixes that and he's throwing for 65, 70%, we might be talking top three in reality, right? Like Patrick Mahomes is going to be coming back from an injury. That roster looks pretty poor.
Yeah.
So that's a position that can be overtaken. Lamar Jackson seems to have taken a step back. He's going to have a new coach.
Whoa.
Josh Allen, we've seen what his record is in the playoffs. Not great. Hasn't been able to get their team over the dance. He got his coach fired. Not that I'm going to put that squarely on him, but yeah, I mean it's crazy to think. He completes 66% of his passes, and his pass catches improve. Those bricks for yes, he'll throw for 45 plus. Leveling option number 1, Burden 2. Those two are Ben's guys. Yeah, I went on record in a bold prediction saying that if he fixes that, he's going to throw for 5,000. Yeah, because if it follows anything what this Detroit offense did, what did Jared Goff throw for last year? 4,700 yards, I think. So he was up there again. I mean, so this offense is predicated off of that. And that's with the 2 running back system and everything as well, man. So
right. But that is the huge problem that we need to fix. That all the wide receivers need to hit them fucking jugs.
Yeah.
This offseason. You better install one in your living room. So when you're sitting down watching TV, you're just whack.
Yeah.
Whack. Whack. I'll give a shit. You better put a jugs machine in your front room.
Hey, honey, can you pass me the popcorn?
Yeah. Hey, babe, whack. Whack. Like just, man, you guys need to work on those hands for real.
Slim, we said that Roma Dunze needs to have the jugs pointed at the ground as he's diving on a mat and falling over. Work on them catches because him going to the ground or these, lower balls that keep him out of harm's way, that dude couldn't catch a cold when it came to those.
Yeah. And that was a big drop. He dropped that would have been a touchdown early in the game. I kind of didn't like his arm angles. Like your catch balls like this. I hate to sound like I'm some kind of coach, but he took his arms and did like this. And the just bounces right off like, dude.
Tried to body catch it, which, I think Collinsworth might have said, oh, in the cold weather, they're told to body catch it. Man, what? I mean, as soon as that ball gets on your pads or your helmet, man, that's a hard surface that it's bouncing off of. But
right. I didn't see Nakua body catching.
No, it sure didn't. Didn't see Devontae Adams body catching either.
Yeah, they were catching with their hands. I don't know. I tell you what, though, we've been saying this kind of all season that Rome better get it together because Luther Burden's on his ass.
Yeah.
So
I think next year we could have 3 receivers that possibly go over 1,000, right? Loveland for sure.
Yeah.
Burden. Yeah. And then coin flip it for Rome or DJ. It all depends on who's going to be here, right? Yeah. I think for sure 2 for sure. 3 would be awesome, but
Loveland's looking so good, man. I know he suffered a little concussion there in that game, but he was balling. He was balled the week before. He's been balling ever since he got really implemented into the offense. The kid's going to be a star, man. He's going to probably go to tight end in the offseason with Cole. And go get indoctrinated into that brotherhood. And
because I think he might be one of the tight ends carrying the torch after some of those guys fade off into the sunset.
Yeah, like when there's no more Kelce's, there's no more Kittles. There's going to be Lovelands and Tyler Warrens and who else is another good one?
Maybe Laporta.
Kyle Pitts.
Yeah. Pitts, yeah. So,
Oh yeah, Laporta. That's right.
mhm.
Who's the Vikings guy too? McClunky? No, what's his name?
uh,
Because he's good too, right? The
uh,
Vikings tight end
Hawkinson,
Hawkinson. Thank you.
TJ Hawkinson, who
Yeah.
was the former Lions. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, those guys, this year, Colson Loveland was number 2 ranked PFF tight end, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's when did he really start playing? Maybe week 6, 7, 8, somewhere in there.
That's
6, I
fair.
think they had the bye, didn't they? No, week 5 they had the bye. And
Yeah.
coming out of the bye, I think that's when we started seeing him more.
Seeing him on the field, but not really being a focal point because,
Right.
man, that last, like you said, week 8, week 9, they really started to make him a focal point. And then by the last 2 games and the playoff game, it was like, yeah, 3rd and Colston, 4th and
Fourth
Loveland,
and Loveland. Yeah.
3rd and Colston, 4th. Like I was calling it from my sofa, like, give it to Loveland.
Yeah. Yo, throw it to Colston. Yeah. Obviously, the game that comes to mind that I can think back to that he broke out in was the Bengals game, right?
Oh, God,
Where
yeah.
his first 100-yard receiving.
Yeah.
Burden has vision and wiggle with explosive first step. Loveland can be Gronk, Kelsey. He might be only behind McBride right now.
McBride,
I
yeah.
don't disagree with you on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see what Kittle does when he comes back, but he's going to be coming back from a tough Achilles.
Yeah,
I agree
he's
with
got
you,
the bad
man.
one.
He's going to be a top 3 tight end in this league. And I don't know if you've seen that social media clip of the one of these shows, I think ESPN out of Milwaukee, when the Bears picked Loveland, they all laughed at the Bears. Who's laughing now? Because he single-handedly beat your team's ass.
Torched your ass. Torched you.
So
great comment,
well,
Slim. You're 100% correct, Slim. Thank you for commenting, man. I agree with you on all your comments, dude. For sure.
Yeah. Burden, I think, is going to be a beast. And like we've been tooting this horn for quite a while, Burden will most likely supplant Rome as possibly the number 1 receiver on this team.
Yeah, he could.
The explosiveness.
Yeah.
Burden caught a case of the yips in the playoffs where he was dropping a few, but there was a time where the kid caught everything coming his way.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he does. He's got that like that X factor of after he catches the ball, what's he going to do with it after?
Yeah.
Haven't really seen that from Rome too much, maybe because he's too tall. I don't know. But that vision and wiggle you're talking about, Slim, that makes him absolutely dangerous when he catches that ball. Almost like a Malik Neighbors. He's like our own little Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, but Malik, catches his fair share going down the sideline too, which is kind of where Rome is supposed to come in. Rome is that deep downfield threat. Luther is that guy you could throw it to between the line of scrimmage and 5 yards down, and he could take, he could house call it at any point in time. That guy's got so much shake, and every time he touches the ball, man, he's electric. So I can't wait to see what happens. I think that relationship between Burden and Caleb was a late blossoming one, but imagine now they have the whole offseason to work together. Him and Colston, him and Rome, the whole 9, because we really didn't hear a whole lot of these receivers and the quarterbacks getting together in the offseason last year, did we?
No.
But I'm sure they did, and they might kept it hush-hush because I don't know if technically you're supposed to do that. But
you're not supposed to be implementing an offense or running the routes. But now because they played a whole season together, which Caleb did say he's going to get together with all the guys. Yeah. And now they know their schemes and their routes and the timings, and they know what they're supposed to be. They can put in a lot of quality work now.
Yeah. They can run a lot of stuff against there. Yeah, Loveland's only 21. The kid's just
woo.
The best thing about this kid, obviously, he's a receiving talent, but the kid blocks his ass off too. So he's a 3-down tight end for this team that doesn't have to come off of the field unless he's tired from catching all these balls. So
Right. Yeah. He does give that again, that's another X factor. You don't
Mhm.
know if we're running or passing when he's on the field. You don't
Yeah.
know.
Yep.
And that's what's great about disguising on offense.
Slims with us, man. Excited to see what Colson's going to become.
Yeah, what this whole team, bro.
Yeah.
This whole team, Caleb and Luther and Kyle
Oh,
Monungai
yeah.
and Loveland and all of them. All of them.
They're all young. They're all under contract for several years. Caleb, 7 to 10 years. We know he's going to get the big extension. Rome's under contract for 3 more years. Loveland's under contract for 4 more years. Burden's under contract for 3 more years on rookie deals.
So rookie deals.
So you can build a hell of a defense within 3 years through the draft when you don't have to draft offense. You're going to
Right.
need O-line depth because Tooney's getting older.
Yeah.
Trapillo suffered a gruesome injury.
Yeah.
Speaking of Trapillo, man, how tough is that dude, and how aware is that dude for hopping off the field because he got hurt under 2 minutes, didn't he?
Yeah.
Where it would have
Football.
cost him a timeout or
Yeah.
you know,
Football IQ off the
Yeah.
charts.
and the
to do
dude's
that.
hopping off with one leg. He's like, oh, gotta go, gotta get off the field. Same thing with Loveland. He did the same thing, man. He knew he got rocked and he ran off the field
Yeah.
before they stopped it for the
Yeah.
protocol. So
That's a testament to, again, yeah, their football acumen, but coaching as well.
toughness,
You know, yeah.
instilling that toughness. Yeah. What was it? The Packers where the guy just went down like a sack of bricks,
Mhm.
cost
them 10 seconds.
Yeah.
10-second
Yeah.
runoff.
Like, and I think he just twisted his knee. I didn't hear what happened to him, but you didn't see him getting up, hopping off the field.
No.
So,
Yeah.
no, he's like, yeah, I'm going to take a break here. So, but yeah, I mean, going into this next season and this off season, I can't wait, man.
I know. Yeah,
The only shitty thing is that they're not going to unleash him in the preseason, and they're going to make us wait till week 1 to see this thing rolling again.
Yeah.
Wishful thinking because I heard reporters talking. Will Anderson interview about the future with the Texans. Cowboys traded Parsons. Offer Texans something they can't say no for Will Anderson.
That's bad. They would want the fucking whole house, baby.
Yeah.
They'd want the whole house, and I ain't willing to give up the whole house. Now, Will Anderson Jr. is a fucking animal.
Beast. Yeah.
And he would absolutely upgrade our defense. But man, they're just gonna want way too much.
He was taken in the same draft with CJ Stroud, so he's still got 2 years of rookie deal left.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because this is Stroud's 3rd year. So
what a
Will's
draft
3rd
for
year.
the Texans, that draft. Because I remember that. Yeah, they draft Stroud and then draft Will Anderson. I was like, well, there you go. That's your franchise. You got it.
And that was the year that Lovie Smith went out and won that last game, beat Carolina so that – no, they lost to Carolina, didn't they? So that the Bears got the number 1 pick? And that's how they picked Caleb? Is that how that went?
They beat Indy.
Yeah, okay.
And then that made Carolina. How did that work? No, that made us the first overall pick.
Yeah. Yep.
That was it. Yeah.
And that was another testament to Lovie Smith looking out for the Bears.
Yep.
And that's when they got Caleb Williams. So, which how did the national media just give up on this kid in year 1? Couldn't they see what was going on around him?
That doesn't get you clicks.
No, it's true. It doesn't.
Yeah.
They would rather they'd rather see a Ryan Leaf versus an Andrew Luck type of thing because like you said, Andrew Luck doesn't get you as many clicks.
No. But I tell you what, though, not only are they all turned around on that now, Caleb is one of those players that I think around the league now, with his dangerous throws and improvisational skills and all the goofy angles he could throw a touchdown on, to me, the NFL's been put on notice.
Mm-hmm.
Defenses have been put on notice. You better not leave the Bears 2 fucking minutes. You better not, because we'll score twice
Right.
in 2 minutes. Like, do not fuck around. However, what the official put the NFL on notice is the part of his game that you always bring up. Like when he gets those easy completions in his repertoire, that's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Game over.
For 5,000 yards a season, 40 fucking touchdowns. Like he's gonna be Pat Mahomes 2.0.
Yeah.
When he gets those little dinks and dunks, in his repertoire, that'll be it. It's a wrap.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they already hunt downfield like no other.
Yeah,
right. Led the league in explosive pass plays and run plays.
Yeah.
Last season, so they figured out the offensive line, and it's amazing what happens when you keep this kid upright.
Yeah. Yeah.
68 times last season.
68.
He got sacked. Yeah. This year he was in the 20s, wasn't he? Like 27, 28, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was 24, but it might be 28.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit higher than 24. But yeah, I mean, that turnaround alone, and we know the kid's durable, man. I mean, I didn't even see him come off of the bench limping at any point in time. Seen him limp off of the field, but by the time he
next drive,
yeah, you're right. He got sacked 24 times. So,
all right.
But yeah, I mean, what a testament to, well, we know his escapability, but that offensive line, because that offensive line, when he did have to escape, it wasn't right away. It was, took a little bit of time. That was one of the things with this Rams pass rush too that was so impressive. Caleb didn't get sacked at all. And that's what we talked about going in.
Yeah, that was a big worry because the Rams got great defensive line. Yeah.
So we talked about that bump out with Tooney to left tackle. So in terms of pass pro, that worked. Like you said after the show, where it might have hurt us a little bit was in the run game, especially short yardage. Because when your middle three is split up, and that was the strength of that offensive line.
Yeah.
It was, who knows? I mean, we just don't know. I mean, it still looked pretty good, but maybe not quite as good.
Yeah. Well, and and because of injuries and injuries happen, the coaches did the best maneuver that they had to do. I mean, that was the best option that they thought. And yeah, when you look at it, he didn't get sacked all game and he had time to throw still and all that. So yeah, it worked. It just, we dropped too many damn balls.
Yeah, exactly. Which is what Slim is saying here. Caleb is the gifted kid, just needs to clean up the small details in the pass game, and pass catchers execute.
That's it.
Right? We talked about his offseason. He should be throwing at golf carts driving past each other with the big targets on it. Like in the old Pro Bowl. Yeah.
Short yardage, too.
5, 10, 15, yeah.
Because the kid really did correct from last year to this year his deep ball accuracy.
Yeah.
He really worked on it, fixed it, and he was pegging deep balls all year. So, all right, now let's work on that short game, kiddo.
Yeah.
Let's work on that short game.
Part of that might be he actually had time to set up to throw a deep ball.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah. What Poles needs to do this offseason is what he did for the offensive line, he needs to do for the defensive line. The problem's going to be is some of the contracts that he's fucking stuck in. Oh, Dangbo, you're stuck.
Yeah.
Grady Jarrett, you're probably stuck.
Yep, he's got to restructure for that.
Montez, you're stuck. I don't know. I can't wait till we get to breaking down the draft of like the edge rushers and DTs that are going to be in this draft. I'll get familiar with the names and who they are and what their skill set is to see who the Bears will pick. And then ultimately that they're going to have to draft defensive line.
Yeah. first 3 picks, maybe. Maybe the third pick you draft a safety, depending on what you're planning on doing with Kwani,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So defense was fun to watch versus the Rams. They were locked in and dialed it up.
Fucking
8
A.
punts, Slim.
Yeah.
Made them punt 8 times, the most that they had to punt for the entire season. So yeah,
Dude.
they need pass someone that can get hands on. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Booker had a pretty good season, especially coming back from that injury, but still need more consistent pressure for sure. So
Yeah. I mean, Book really, like, again, so when he came back, a little week by week, you see him getting better and better. It's just, I need him to be a little bit better.
yeah,
Like, I still think we need to
consistent,
upgrade.
maybe.
Yeah. I think we need an upgrade at that spot.
Like he would imagine him coming in on like a third down or something, fresh legs. The kid's got energy for days. He's a strong kid. You know, I don't know if he's quite in every down DN,
Yeah.
but he's definitely, you know, can come in certain situations. And he played the run pretty good too. It's just he wasn't a consistent pass rusher. He flashed for sure, but you know, hopefully that's something that they can work on with the kid in the offseason as well to make that a little bit more consistent for him.
Or hopefully we can just bring in a game wrecker.
Like a Will Anderson or a Max Crosby or
Myles Garrett, or I don't fucking know.
Yeah. I don't know either.
They're all going to be very expensive. That's the thing we're looking at. We could definitely make a move for Myles Garrett because Max Crosby, because he probably definitely wants out of Las Vegas. So he's going to be a big fish on the market. There's going to be, it's going to be a damn auction for him. You know, we might get outbid, and that's the reality of the situation. But
he does seem like a guy though that won't necessarily chase a bag, but he wants to go to a winning situation.
Yeah, well,
and he was making
welcome to Chicago, baby. Welcome
he was
to
making
Chicago.
an awful lot of comments on like Caleb throws and everything else. So I think
did Myles too. Myles also had none but love to say about Caleb.
So I think that's a big part of it too, right? You talk to your agent and say, okay, you know, here's the teams that if I'm put on the trade block, let's call these guys first.
Yeah.
And hopefully, you know, we can kind of direct myself to those teams. And you got to think not only just Max Crosby, but think of the free agents that are out there. And I haven't seen the list of what's going to be out there.
Yeah.
But you got to think that if Ryan Poles is calling some of these guys, they're going to be like, yep, I want to go there. It started last year. Dahlman chose the Bears. Grady Jarrett, I think, had a couple suitors chose the Bears.
That's right. Yeah, Dahlman did say he had other suitors, and he picked the Bears. So,
and it led to a Pro Bowl for him. So, yeah, we'll kind of see how that shakes out. But the culture's set, man. I mean, that is definitely put in place, good to go, and it's going to be easier to get these top flight guys who might even, you know, you get some of these guys that still have something left in the tank that are chasing a championship. And let's hope that the Bears put themselves in position to where they can do that consistently and that these guys want to come here, take another run. Hell, I heard, you know, a couple rumors that the Bears might even be looking at Khalil Mack for
Khalil Mack. Yeah. So here's the list of some of the free agents. Edge rushers here. Oh, this is all of them. I asked for edge rushers. They're giving me everything. Trey Hendrickson, again, free agent after this year. Khalil Mack is one. They're not just giving me edge rushers. They're giving me like all the guys.
So you got to go through while you're kind of filtering through that list. Slim threw up there for Max Crosby. Bears' first round pick is around 25. They would need to offer like 3 first round picks, not the same value as top 10 draft pick.
Hmm,
Yeah,
that's
if
hefty.
it's 3 number ones, that's probably a little bit too much. If they can go number one, um, let's just use the example that everybody's throwing out there. A number one next year, DJ Moore, and a number two the following year. That would be something that you got to kind of sit down and evaluate. Not that I necessarily want to see DJ get shipped out of town, but he's probably one of your more shoppable assets that you have that you can leverage for, especially for a team like that that's starving of position player talent. I'd hate to ship DJ off to the doldrums of Vegas, but if it means we get Max Crosby, I would be willing to entertain that for sure.
Oh man, I want to get rid of DJ.
I think of all the big moments that DJ had. Shit, he beat the Packers twice for us.
Yeah, I know. And again, here's where I'm a DJ apologist. Did he pull up on that last round? I don't know. Only those guys in the room know, because was it a miscommunication? Because let's be honest, Caleb and DJ haven't been on the same page all season. They had a lot of miscommunication, so this just could have been another one.
Yeah.
So there's that. However, I want to make this point, and I'm going to defend DJ here, even though I know I called out his name at the post-game show. I was very upset and emotional at the time. I overreacted. Let's look at DJ's history. We gave him the bag, right? We broke him off, extended him. Okay, so he's got his bag. A lot of players, as we've seen in the NFL history, if you've watched football your whole life, when guys get their bag, they kind of pull up on the gas, right? They take plays off. They don't look at football the same no more. Here's DJ. DJ's got a fucked up back. DJ's got a fucked up knee. DJ's got a fucking rolled ankle. This fucking guy is like a cyborg, and he comes back out on the field and plays. He doesn't have to. He could be like, nope, nah, my back, dude. I'm going to go sit down my back. Nope.
Yep.
And then don't come back in the game, or when we don't see him for a few weeks. No. He hobbles off the field, and then a couple plays later, he's back in the huddle again. So he doesn't have to do that. Like, you can't question his toughness or his love for the game or him wanting to contribute to the team. He's doing it. So, like, I think it was a miscommunication on that last one. I think maybe Caleb and him need to spend more time together, maybe playing Call of Duty together, or spend some just time together, because, like, if Caleb's looking at the defense and he wanted DJ to flatten the route more, if they were best buddies and hanging out more, maybe DJ would have known that.
Right.
But DJ's probably like, no, see, I'm running this route the way that coach said to run it, and it needs to be more vertical. Then that's what it was. It was a miscue, and that's it. But you can't really question DJ's toughness and love for the damn game. So, with that being said, if Las Vegas is like, yep, give us a first, give us a third for next year, and then give us DJ, and we'll give you Max. I mean, I'll take Max, but I'm gonna do a little heartfelt I'm gonna miss you DJ video. I'm gonna make a little video talking about how I'm gonna miss DJ.
Yeah. Sporting that cheese grater. And a lot of this, I think, is still hanging over from last season, right? Because DJ did not look good. Just the optics and everything else, from the body language to him walking off of the field. I wonder how much we all thought that was a Caleb and DJ issue. I wonder how much of that was a DJ and the offensive coordinator, or DJ and the head coach issue, which after this season, you got to think that needle's pointing more to the coaching staff than it was Caleb.
Right.
And DJ's just one of those guys that he's not a big rah-rah, I'm going to jump up and down with you and celebrate type of guy. He's one of those quiet guys that goes out and lets his play speak for what his commitment is. He's out there every play, like you were saying. The dude just needs a few minutes to hit the old, control alt delete on the sideline so the system reboots and he's good to go,
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, Slim's thrown out there. I don't want to see DJ go either. But it's a business. You have to offer something good to get something good. Yeah, and it's just DJ. I mean, we're used to seeing the DJ Justin Fields hook up downfield, short, breaking it for whatever. If you ask me, DJ has better hands and better yak than Rome.
Mm-hmm.
I'd agree
Yeah,
with that
facts.
at this point. Yep.
Facts.
100%.
I think it's probably statistically proven as well. But
Mhm.
our eyes don't lie to us either. We watch every down. So yeah, that's a fact. And there's one more factor too. We are blessed to have a deep ass wide receiver room right
Yeah.
now. So that helps too. Like, if DJ has to go in some kind of big trade, yeah, luckily we got some depth at wide receiver and it's like not gonna hurt the team. But
Yeah.
just,
And it's all young depth too.
yeah. Yeah.
So that's why everybody points to shoot. We were talking about it midseason at the trade line. I
yeah.
made my case on why I thought DJ would be a target. We talked about it one of our first shows, like because this wide receiver room was so deep that was a piece that if you needed to trade to get something, that he would have been his name. Just it made sense,
Right.
and it still does, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Keep the wide receiver trio together, run it back with the same guys. DJ, the veteran leader in the room.
Yeah. I mean, I like that. I like that too.
Yeah, you kind of think, right? What role does he play? Is he like the Amon Ross St. Brown type of role? He's not Jameson Williams because they didn't use him a whole lot like that before that. I think it's more like the Luther Burden role, right?
Yeah. DJ was running a lot of clear out routes.
Yeah, deep digs and
Mhm.
but when they wanted to take their shot, especially late in the season, DJ was their guy.
That's who they used. Yep.
Yeah. Coming up the seam. I did like the fact that they got him out of the backfield. I understood why
Yeah.
they needed to do it in the beginning. And DJ's so good with the ball in his hands, and you're looking to try to get it in his hands a different way. But
Yeah.
with the emergence of Monungai, you didn't need DJ back there, and that's just unneeded wear and tear. I'd rather him get hit by a cornerback or a safety than three defensive linemen coming
Yeah.
through the hole.
Or a big ass linebacker.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, he's gadget guy, but also the only wide receiver on the team that can make that catch in OT versus Green Bay.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah.
I
honestly, I wouldn't feel confident if that was Rome.
No.
Right. Even like Luther, I haven't seen Luther make, because again, we throw 100 balls. We don't throw 50-50 balls.
Right.
I haven't seen Luther make like real tight contested catches yet. He's always wide ass open when they hit him.
Yeah. And the only other guy who I would feel pretty confident if it was going up to is Loveland. Right. I think we'd all think he would have a good shot bringing that thing down.
Well,
I also think that if Loveland was in instead of Komet, that in that first Packers game, that would have been a contested catch or a 50-50 ball versus Komet.
Yeah.
So
Loveland tracks the ball better than Cole, and he's more athletic and agile than Cole too. So changing direction, so he could have came up and made a play on that ball. All right, I finally got a list of those free agent edge rushers.
Yeah, let's go through.
So you got and this is all broken down by salary. So the top of the list is going to be the most expensive guys and get cheaper as we go. Yeah. Because it gives their market value. So first is Trey Hendrickson. Then we've got Khalil Mack. Then we've got Hassan Reddick from the Bucks.
Do you want to go through on if we think that would be a good addition as you're rattling them off? Like if we pick them or not?
Yeah, we could do that.
All right. So Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah, for me, he's too long in the tooth. I don't want him.
Pass. Yeah, maybe if he was a team friendly deal, but he's still chasing that bag right now. So
Yeah.
before we get too far into this, let's get Slim's last comment there.
Yeah.
With DJ, with depth, DJ doesn't get 140 targets. He gets 100 opportunities or less. Yeah, we saw that throughout the year. Like there was a point where the Bears had 3 receivers, all at 65 balls, right?
They were all even, sitting
And
at just under 700 yards of reception yards. Yeah.
Agreed. So Hendrickson, we're both a pass on that.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm a
Khalil
pass on
Mack.
Hendrickson. Next, Khalil Mack.
God, nostalgia says yes, I want it back, but
I also the same thing for me. A little too many miles.
it would be a 1-year deal.
On a 1 year?
Yeah. I would think, right? You wouldn't sign him to 2 or 3 years.
No,
It's just too old.
I kind of I don't know if I'd sign him for the 1. As much as I do like Khalil Mack, I don't think I'd sign him for 1.
I mean, he played pretty good with the Chargers, though. If you've seen, I've seen the stat split for him. Who claims him? Raiders, Bears, or Chargers?
Yeah.
He had like 36 sacks. 36 for, or maybe it was like 41 for Vegas, 36 for the Bears, and 36 and a half for the Chargers. So, like, the dude is produced everywhere he's gone.
But who did he have opposite of him, though, out there?
Joey Bosa.
Yeah.
Or one of the Bosas.
So he comes back
Nick
with us.
Bosa
He's gonna have Montez Sweat.
Yeah.
So I don't
Mac
know.
for $12 million a year, fully guaranteed. That's a number I like.
That is a good number because his projected value is 18.5.
Yeah. Like if you could get him at, say,
you can get him at 12.
I'd take him at 12. Hell yeah.
If you can get him at 12.
But 18 to 20, no.
Yeah.
No. You got too much to do on that defense to go. So who was next? Reddick?
Yeah, Hassan Reddick. He's 31 years old.
Yeah, he's been injured an awful lot lately too, if I remember correctly.
So his previous salary was 14 mil. However, his projected market value is going to be 4.9. And that's probably because of those injuries.
Wasn't he the one who was refusing to play for the Jets 2 years ago?
Yes.
He's just like, I'm not suiting up. No, I don't want somebody like that on this team.
That was him. Yeah.
Yeah. So no, thank you. Doesn't fit in the culture.
All right. Next, we've got Joey Bosa. He's in Buffalo right now. He's 30.5 years old. He's got 9 years in the league, and he will be projected at 13.7 mil.
So he only signed a 1 year with Buffalo?
Okay.
Or did he maybe got traded. And that's all that was left on his contract.
At 30, I just like
he's
30s
prone too.
Yeah, he's had injuries. And I don't know that age, man.
That's a tough. I would have to do more homework on that because in the beginning of his career, he was a game wrecker.
Oh God, yeah.
He was not that for the Bills. Him and Mac were very good in LA together. But yeah, initial wedge says no. But yeah.
All right, next guy on the list. Speaking of LA, Malcolm Kuntz, 27 years old, 4 years in the league. Previous, he was at 11 mil. So that must be his rookie deal. Is that part of his rookie deal?
If he was,
because they don't have a projected.
Yeah.
So he
said he was 27.
27. So, 4 years of experience.
Yeah, it came out 23. Might be his second or third contract then. Maybe a late round draft pick signed for 2-3 years originally, and then signed a 3 or 4 year deal somewhere. Don't know enough about him. I can't speak intelligently about him.
Yeah.
But I don't think if the Bears were to address pass rusher with the fact that Odengbo is signed for 3 years, I think it was, with all that guaranteed money.
God,
I don't see them signing another long-term guy unless it's just a home run, like a Max Crosby.
like Max Crosby.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Now the list gets a little fucking saucy here
okay.
after this because now we've got Leonard Floyd is
Yeah, been there,
available.
done that, got the t-shirt, didn't like it.
Next,
Yeah.
Danico Autry. Oh my God, Slim. You won the comments of the night. You win. You win tonight. That's it. Cut it
Oh,
out. We could stop the show right now. Slim just fucking nailed it.
Slim, there's a few names on this show that we refuse to say, and that's one of them. So we just refer to him as Trash Can because that's what he was. The Floose, we don't say the full name there either, and we also don't say who
That
the
right
offensive
guard.
coordinator was last year.
Oh yeah, the OC either.
Yeah. So
But Dio is that trash can of the defensive line. Yes.
just cut him and take
Huge
your
waste
L.
of money. Huge
I
waste.
Yes, I would agree. I would do the same. I think I saw somebody was already saying what you could save on that. It's not very much because a lot of
No.
that money is guaranteed.
It's a huge cap hit.
Yeah, but man, he's not going to be there next season anyway. He's probably going to miss at least half of it. And by the time he gets back, he's probably going to be a rotational piece if all goes well, right? I think you're right. I think if you see a move where they bring somebody big in like this, I think you just eat the dead money and clear
Yeah.
the roster spot. And in
Yeah.
2 years, you're, game on because the salary cap is supposed to go up pretty significantly over the next several years.
Yeah. That's right. There is going to be a bump in the salary cap.
Yeah, with all these streaming deals and everything, there freaking better be. I mean, we're paying for that, so I want to be able to cut Odangbo and get me somebody good. So
And another fact, another statement right here. Yeah. Tom Robb better than Dio. Yes.
and that's
Yeah.
not saying a whole lot right there. But
Yeah. Right.
I'm not a big Tom Robb fan, quite honestly.
Well, we could just start with the availability. How about that?
Yeah.
Because there's no better ability than availability, they say. And Dom Rob's at least fucking available.
At least with Dom Robb, you know when he's out on the field because he's got that guardian cap going.
He's got the big
So,
cap
yeah.
on, yeah. But he has made a couple little plays.
Yeah.
Not nothing consistent, but he's
No.
made plays. You know how much I've heard Dio Dengbo's name?
You
Zero
got
times.
that
I've heard
cricket
that.
soundbite ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Jeez.
don't.
And D, God. I remember when we started our chat last season, and he was just the bane of my freaking existence. That trash can. Just,
Man, it was awful.
Yeah.
Just awful. There's so many reasons.
I knew
So
something wasn't right about him when the dude wasn't even participating in spring
In
training.
OTAs, yeah.
And you know what?
2 years in a row, didn't.
The Floose let him freaking do it. Let him get away with it. You think he would have gotten away with that with Ben Johnson?
No.
He would have ran right out. Fuck you. Get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here. You're either going to practice or fucking get out.
Right. Well, and that was the huge problem with the coaching staff that we've had for years. There's never been, we're talking Nagy too. We can go that far back. There was no accountability ever about anything ever, And so, that whole shit that Tyreek did in the Washington game, there was no fucking accountability there either.
Yep.
That whole locker room was fed up.
Yeah.
Well, the list gets saucy. There's no big names past this point, and they're people that we wouldn't want because, unfortunately, we're coming up to about that time.
For a little coach speak.
It's time for that. Everybody's favorite segment. Coach Speak.
Bring on the coach speak. Bring it on, Ben. What do you got to say?
Let's give us your best answers, Coach. Coach Speak. If you're joining us for the first time, what we do is we we've seen enough football and enough press conferences in our life where we're able to listen to the coach give his politically correct answer and then give you the real answer that he wants to say.
Mm-hmm.
It's entertaining for everyone.
Who's going first? You taking first?
Yeah, sure, I'll go.
Okay, go for it.
But here's Ben. Now these pressers we usually do are the day after a win or a loss, because he's got a night to sleep on it. He watched some tape and then he does the presser. However, this playoff loss, he didn't do that. He didn't do a presser the day after the loss. He just came out to this morning, and now he's like season-ending presser. So just so y'all know. But here we go.
Good morning. And just in regards to last season, I really appreciate our guys. You know, they came in the springtime and they dedicated a large amount of trust to what we were doing, buy-in, work ethic. They sacrificed a lot, and that's what gave us a chance there at the end. You know, we won games. We put ourselves in a good position, but ultimately we came up short. And so our guys are going to learn from this. The guys that we're able to bring back, you know, and I can't say enough good things about this particular group of coaches, of players, of support staff. I thought they were special. And I said that at the end of the year. They believe that. And I'll forever be grateful for what they were able to do this season.
Yeah. So when I came in at the start of the season, this place was a fucking shit show. I mean, a real dumpster fire. I had to put my foot up so much fucking ass when I got here. And then I had to hire the right guys who would also help put foot up asses. And that's exactly what I did. So credit to the players for buying in, because there was lots of feet up asses.
But we're one of the 31 other teams that fell short. If anything, that just rejuvenates me and makes me want to push harder and longer than what we did this past season. So I'm already looking ahead to 2026 myself. With that being said, I'm really excited about seeing this city, this fan base come to life. These last two games, I'll never forget. Just the energy, the vibe. You could feel that, and it is a serious home field advantage that we're creating here in Chicago. That's something that we got to continue to build upon as we go forward.
Yeah, so listen, man. I know there's a lot of people out there that think that this season was a success, but I am maniacal, and I don't think a season is a success unless we're holding up that Lombardi trophy at the end of the season.
Talk to our guys a little bit on Monday, just in terms of where we are and how we're moving ahead. We go back to square one. It's back to the bottom again, and we got to build this thing back up. You know, Ryan and I have some really difficult decisions to make over the course of this off season, but we're committed to bringing in competitive players, football players that are going to make us better time and time again. So,
yeah. There's going to be some turnover on this roster, and they're never easy decisions. They're not to let guys go, but we let guys know that there's, you know, no guarantees in football. This is a business, and we gave all that rah-rah speech. So, yeah, expect for this team to look pretty damn different on the defensive side of the ball the next season.
You know, the thing is, you can look at 2025 and you can say, hey, it's a great start. Well, the truth is, it was really hard to accomplish what we accomplished, and it wasn't good enough. And it's going to be that much harder to put ourselves in that position again next season. And so a lot of work coming up. I know our players, when they come back, you know, they'll be ready to go. I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up Virginia McCaskey and
oh boy.
Before I get all emotional on you guys, yeah, so the culture that the Flues had here needed to be completely torn down to the studs and rebuilt, because that guy was a fucking idiot. And you guys were lucky that you brought me in, because I'm going to be coach of the year.
Just real quick here. Slim's also playing along with us. I love it.
Yeah.
You caught that, Slim? Because right in his beginning statements, he said last season. He's already that shit's fucking gone.
That page is
even
hurt.
Yeah, that shit is ancient history. Woo. Love this fucking guy. I love this coach, man. All right, but here he goes. He's about to get sappy on us.
Get emotional, coach.
Just the impact she had on us and this team this year. You know, I got hired, and was shortly thereafter that she passed away. And yet this year was really dedicated to her. You know, we wore the patch as a team in honor of her and the impact she's had on this organization and this city. So I'd be remiss if I didn't bring her up and talk about how important she was for us this year. With that being said, I'll go ahead and open it.
Yeah, I'm not even going to make a joke about this. God bless that woman. May her soul rest in peace. Virginia McCaskey, always much love and respect to the McCaskey family. That's it.
And circling back to Sunday really quick, the last offensive snap, you guys ran the interception. What was your review of that play through Caleb's lens, through DJ's lens?
Yeah, I have not studied the tape a whole lot. My last 2 days have been focused solely on our players. We've had about 20 hours of exit interviews. It's all about our players. I'll go back, I'll review that tape. Here's what I'll say just off the cuff about that particular play. If there was any sort of miscommunication, that's my problem. That's no one else's but mine. So I got to do a better job coaching that up.
Woo.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So you know what? That play was drawn up. I'm not going to throw my quarterback under the bus, because Caleb just missed that throw, and it cost us this season. That's what I'm getting from. Wow. Okay. That's what I'm getting from that.
Mhm.
So, and also, I have plenty of time to watch the tape from this game, because unfortunately we're going home, and I can use a week off. Maybe I'll smile. Who knows?
And one last, none of your damn business. That's my problem, not yours. Okay, next question.
Philosophically, what do you guys like about getting the ball second?
Yeah, but the overtime rules change in the postseason, and we felt like kicking it off was the way to go, so that we would know exactly what we need to do. So I'm not going to get into it a whole lot beyond that.
You said
Sometimes you Chicago reporters ask the stupidest fucking questions I've ever heard. It's pretty common sense that you would want to defer for the answer I just said, because that way, if we stop them or if they score, we know what our game plan is then after that. It's a kind of a fucking no-brainer. Thanks for wasting your fucking question, though. Thanks.
You said there's a lot of work to do. It's going to be more difficult. Besides Caleb, what gives you confidence that you guys are going to be able to build off this, and that
There is no building off of this. We go back to square one. We're back at the bottom again, and that's really all 32 teams. If you feel otherwise, you're probably missing the big picture. You know, we're back at. We got to start from scratch. We got to start from the fundamentals. You know, a lot of guys talked about how difficult this training camp was. I didn't feel like it was anything out of my ordinary. They know what the expectation is. They know what the process is that we believe in as a coaching staff. And so I think more than anything else, they're going to know what they're getting themselves into. And yet we got to dig a little bit deeper. We got to work a little bit harder. We got to give a little bit more if we want to take this thing over the top. I mean, it's no different. You're trying to lose weight. You're trying to lose 50 pounds. The first 30 is the easiest 30. You know, the last 20, that's the hard part. And so we did a nice job this year, but it's not enough. We got to do more.
So guess what I get to do at the beginning of training camp? I'm going to be kicking Caleb Williams and company off the field for not running plays. There is no built up goodwill here. It's back to square one. These guys are all rookies for 2026 in my book. So you better show up ready to work, and you better come in shape. If not, you're going to be puking on the sideline for the first week.
focus on with Caleb going into the offseason?
We'll circle back on that. We had a good exit interview. My main message to him was he needs to get out of football for a little bit. He's done a phenomenal job in terms of staying focused all year long. He put a lot of time, a lot of effort. I thought he grew up as a professional. I thought his communication to the coaching staff grew. I thought his communication to his teammates grew. But we will certainly have a number of points of emphasis that he can dive into when he comes back this springtime. But it's important for really all of us, coaches, players, support. We get away for a little bit.
Okay, yeah. We're going to work on his short game a lot. Because when we fixed his short game, MVP, he's going to be in the MVP discussion all season. So that's what we're going to do. But for now, I told him, you know what, kiddo, take a break, go to the movies, take your girl out, go to the club, have a good time, enjoy yourself. Because when you get back, I'm going to fucking stick my foot so far up your ass to fix this short game that, that's what we're going to do.
Real quick, before we get started, what's up, Alan?
Alan.
Thanks for joining us again, brother. So good to see you. Hopefully you're down in Chicago representing it well. Real quick, while we're taking a quick pause here, Slim, opportunity presents itself. You go to the NFC title game on the next play, 100%, go for 2. Execute the small details for 1 play. Don't let the game go into OT. I was curious if he was going to go for 2 there or not.
I know. Yeah,
yep.
me too.
Lots to improve on still next season. Upgrades need to take place. Take that next step towards the Lombardi Trophy. And this was kind of piggybacking off of Virginia McCaskey. Lady Luck was on Bears' side for 2025.
A lot of lucky bounces, a lot of peculiar wins to blow field goals to be no good, and wins to guide Cairo's kicks through the uprights. Definitely the spirit of Virginia McCaskey was floating all through the stands at Soldier Field.
Yes.
All season.
Might have been why it even started shaking. She was so excited.
Yes.
We hit the reset button. I think everyone needs that here at this point. The things that we highlighted for Caleb to start the season, I did think they improved as the season went along. We revamped the footwork a little bit last spring, and I think the comfort level grew from that. He certainly got more comfortable with the concepts that we were running over the course of the season. That's something that we can build upon, and yet there's still a lot more that we can push through in that regard. And so I'm really encouraged about the steps he took this year. I'm Caleb Williams' #1 believer. I have a lot of faith in him, what he's capable of doing, and the player that he's still striving to become.
Did DJ?
Somebody watched our video. Go ahead.
Yeah. Listen here, guys. In case you don't know, if my quarterback doesn't play well, I have no shot of getting a bigger bag when my contract comes up. So I'll invest a lot of time and a lot of effort into this young man, because the further he goes, the further I go. The more money he makes, the more money I make, right? So this is a relationship like Eddie Brock and Venom. Symbiotic, right? So except we're not losers.
Or leave the building either discouraged or injured, because it's extremely rare when he doesn't talk to us.
You would have to talk to him about his mindset. We had a really good exit interview, and he's a player that I felt really helped us get to the point to where we were this year. We had an opportunity there, a couple games away from the Super Bowl. So I thought he was a huge contributor to getting us there.
Yeah, so you guys have known DJ for a couple of years now, right? He's a complicated man. He's an odd duck. Okay? Yeah, he cleaned out his locker. He was here at 4:30 in the morning cleaning out his fucking locker, and he took right the fuck off. He was out of here by 5:30. He only talked to me and Ryan for like 15 minutes, and he was out. So I'm going to guess he probably didn't want to deal with your dumbass needling questions about, details about the game that just don't fucking matter at this point because we lost. And yeah, he was pretty pissed off about losing because he gives a shit about this football team and he's always giving his all. And the last thing he wanted to do is talk to you people. So good luck catching up with him in the off season. And that's it. DJ's out of here. Not out of here. He's going to be back. I'm just saying he's packed up and he's left. God, Lee.
Acknowledging that you're resetting, you're starting over. What are some of the things that you built and the whole team built that are sustainable that you can, that you're starting over? What are
Huge contributor to getting us there.
And acknowledging that you're resetting, you're starting over. What are some of the things that you built and the whole team built that are sustainable that you can, that you can see that guys can remember and still believe in, that they're going to help as you get back in April?
Well, I mean, our identity that we outlined, that we wanted to show on tape, I thought that came through, and we have it up in the team room. The words on a wall are one thing, but bringing it to life is another thing. And I thought those guys did that. The number one thing was physicality. I thought we were a physical unit on tape. That always starts in the trenches with your big guys, but I really think your little guys on the perimeter, they really helped define that. I thought we had receivers that were selfless. They were willing to block for their buddies. I thought we had DBs that were willing to tackle. I thought that showed up these last two games in particular. Really proud of that. So physicality was the number one thing that we hang our hat on. Number two is being sound, playing sound football, being fundamentally sound, and being schematically sound. And I thought that showed up week in and week out. We still can get better in some areas. Like when I think about being fundamentally sound, we got to do a better job catching the football next year. And I can tell you right now, that'll be a point of emphasis for us when they come back in the springtime. But the last one was being a poised unit. And this is the one I'm most proud about. Just that ended up being our identity there for most of the season, and showed up in the playoffs as well. Just we handled pressure better than most. And I think that's a credit to Ryan and the type of guys that he brought in. They're wired the right way. They thrive in those circumstances, and that showed up for us in a big way. Our coaching staff tried to apply pressure on them early on in the springtime and throughout training camp. And I'm not saying they grew numb to it, but it's almost like they embraced it and that they were at their best in those moments. And so those are the three things that we wanted to be about. And I think we brought that to light. We'll reassess as a coaching staff, where we need to go from here, but we got plenty of time to do that.
So by the time that these wide receivers get to their summer vacation homes, or in this case, winter homes, they already have a jugs machine waiting on the front porch with a bucket of 100 footballs that they will have to catch every single day. And at the end of their break, before they come back for OTAs, they're going to have to bring those 100 footballs, and those things better be worn down because they've been caught so many times. And if they don't bring me those balls, I'll break my foot off in their hindquarters, and then they could go run a lap.
I'm going to ask Kevin Warren to pay some development research company to engineer, to engineer a Gatling gun jugs machine, if you will, where it's just gonna and they're just gonna fucking and they're gonna have bruises all over their chest and their arms by the time we're done with OTAs.
Like that scene from Major League, right? With who was Big Taylor blocking all the baseballs.
Yes, just like that. That's what that's going to look like.
The speed on the jugs machine goes up to 10, but we're setting it at 15 here.
Mm-hmm. We're going to crank it up. Yeah, way too many damn drops.
Love him, but he's stinking up the locker room a little bit. With Crate has no love for DJ.
There's a real possibility you're going to have to replace coaches this offseason. How big of a challenge, one, do you foresee that being? And two, is there a sense of pride that people are looking at a unit that you put together and saying, we think he would be a great leader over here?
I told the players this just a week or two ago, that it's rare in year one that you feel like you have a 5-star staff. And yet that's what I believe. just over the course of the season, seeing how they conducted themselves, what they sacrificed, the time they put in. We got a great collection of coaches. It's the right mix of experience, energy, ideas. And so I think they're a big reason for the success that we were able to have and the games that we were able to win. To your point, I do think it's a lot. I see future head coaches on this staff. I see future coordinators. I see these young coaches being future position coaches. I see that all across the board. And so when you have success and you win games, normally that's what happens. I know we already have some slips coming through that other teams would like to interview some of our guys, and I'm all for it, man. I want these guys to continue to ascend. Anything I can do to help them out, I think they all know I'm more than willing to do that. But big part of what this collection of guys brought to the table was they all wanted to be here. You know, that was a big thing for me. I want guys that want to be here. And so if a guy wants to continue to build upon what we started, then I would love that as well. But this is
Yeah, see what he did there? So, yeah, when you win a lot of games and your offense ranks in the top 10 in a lot of fucking rankings and categories, yeah, that's what happens. All the shitty teams come and want to pick your bones, and they want to circle like vultures and see if there's any, like, carcasses they can pick up. And you know what? As a head coach, I love seeing that. I want to see the guys succeed. However, the guys that we brought here wanted to be here. So if you fucking think for a second that you're going to take Al Harris or fucking Antoine Randall, you got another fucking thing coming, because they ain't going nowhere. They're staying, because we're not fucking done with the job. We're not done. You're not going nowheres. So, yeah, but no, go ahead. Interview them all you want.
I think the Packers tried to reach out because they wanted to interview Al Harris for their open DC job. A rumor on the street is Ben Johnson said no. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Fucking hate that team.
Yeah. Did you miss the part where I said fuck the Packers? Did you miss that part? Because I'll say it again if you want me to.
I fucking hate that team.
I believe it was fuck those guys after that. Yeah, I hope we can sign them boys on. Most of the coaching staff. That's what. So I said that going into the season. I've said it during the season. Yeah, so Randall L is actually from Chicago.
Yeah.
So like he's home. Why would he want to go anywhere? He's going to own this city. Mm-hmm. Again, he's from here, so he's probably got family and he's familiar and all that good stuff. But you come here and you win football games, you ain't paying for another beer or steak in this town ever for the rest of your life. You're not paying for a meal.
Caleb Williams is already at that point. I mean,
Caleb's already there.
Sure, when he was at the Blackhawks in the Bulls game, he probably didn't have to buy a drink. I'm sure the guy, was more than happy to buy his own drinks because the dude's, filthy rich already. But
right. But my other point though is, you came here and then like the way as far as you made it and then how it ended, you're like, yo, I want another bite at the apple. I want to run this thing back. I'm not going nowhere. No, we're going to run this back.
Yeah. What happens if we get to the Super Bowl next year? Yeah, for sure.
A 5-star staff, and it's no surprise to me that we got a number of coaches that are garnering interest right now.
And how did your dynamic with Ryan play out as you imagine? The idea of putting your vision together, building out this roster, and enjoying this success this season?
Yeah, no, I think we worked in tandem with all the decisions that went on during the course of the year. I certainly rely on him a ton because he's been through this a number of times already. Whereas for me, a lot of this was a first for me. So between Ryan handling a lot of the roster construction and the decision-making over the course of the week, who's up, who's down, the injuries, I thought this thing worked out really, really well. And with that being said, we'll go back in the bunker here after a couple of weeks, and we'll assess where we can get better as well. That's our commitment to each other. That's our commitment to this organization is we got to continue to clean up, where we can find little edges that make us a little bit better over the course of the season. So that's what we'll do.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I came here, right? Because I wanted input on what this roster is. You look at that schlub out in Buffalo who, basically is throwing his old coach under the bus for all of his bad moves. That's not how this culture is built here. That's why Buffalo's having so many problems. But here in Chicago, we just do it a little bit different, right? It's a collaboration. I expect just as much out of Ryan Poles as I do my players. And we're in it together. And we're locked arm in arm, hand in hand, getting this thing pointed in the right direction. And I'm not, I need some input on this thing because it's my ass on the line if we suck. So thank you, Ryan Poles, for being willing to let me have some say in this thing.
Yeah. Well, not to mention, too, what do I think? Well, I don't know. What'd you think of all our draft picks this year?
Mm-hmm.
What's your opinion? What do you think about our fucking roster that we built this year, huh? Not too shabby, huh? Second graded PFF tight end in the league, huh? Seventh round pick running back with over 700 yards rushing.
That ran behind a rebuilt offensive line that we traded for 2 pieces.
Yeah,
and
that
caught
too.
one in free agent. Okay, I'll give you the fact maybe we didn't hit on the defensive side, but you know what? Our offense is set for 3 years.
Yeah.
So
Well,
here we go.
we're in another offseason, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. That defensive line's going to get all shored up. Don't you worry.
You don't remember we're 3 times off-season champs going for 4.
That's right. That's one thing Ryan Poles has done. It's win off seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Just touched on it a little bit. What's your process going to look like for evaluating the job you did in year one, and looking at what you think you did well, what you can improve on?
Yeah, I mean, we will always dive into the self-scout process as a coaching staff. We have a ton of decisions to make with the roster. I think it always starts with making sure you're accurate on the evaluations of your own and how well they fit what you're asking them to do, and whether it's someone you want to continue to move forward with or not. And I think now we're just at a much better position as a coaching staff in going into this season, just knowing who our guys are and what they'll end up being able to contribute for us in the future. And so we got to nail those. That'll be the number one objective when we come back from a little bit of a break. And I got a lot of confidence that we'll be able to get this thing right. But the self-scout process that'll occur. I mean, we got a whole off-season agenda. I know I like to think that we don't do a whole lot, but like the off-season is a whole new season of its own. So our coaching staff, they need a little break themselves, and I know we'll come back renewed and ready to go.
Yeah. First off, whoever the fuck's phone that was going off, interrupting while I'm fucking talking is rude as fuck. And if you can't put your phone on silent, get the fuck out of here. I looked over at you 3 times. Okay? As for self-evaluating and self-scouting, I'm the fucking best at what I do. I self-scout when I'm brushing my teeth. I self-scout when I'm in the shower. I self-scout on the drive into Hallis Hall. I'm doing it continuously all day. Coach of the fucking year. Okay? I don't need to spend any more time self-scouting. Me and Ryan got a big job to do. We got a defensive line to fucking fix. If you don't stop that fucking phone, this is the last fucking time. This is the last time. Me and Ryan Poles got a defensive line to shore up. So that's what we're going to do. That's the part of it. Look at everybody else can self-scout on their own time. All right? Okay. I'm not
Don't make me pull this press conference over.
I'm not telling you again. Shut that fucking phone off.
From your seat, what's the significance of the offensive continuity that you seem to have in place going into 2026? Players, plays, all the things that carry forward from here.
Yeah. I mean, I think back at this year, and we made a number of strides. Okay. And Ryan did a phenomenal job acquiring talent, particularly on the offensive side of the ball. Up front, this offensive line, I feel like we got something to really build upon there. We've got weapons on the perimeter. Our quarterback's going to be a special player in this league. I think it starts there. Our running game picked up as the year went on, which I think is desperately needed, particularly we get these home games late in the year. It's a huge part of what we do and what we're about. And so with that being said, I think we did a number of really good things on offense, and yet we haven't even scratched the surface of what we're fully capable of yet. And so we'll talk about that. We'll address that as a coaching staff. How can we get better? I think it always starts with me as the offensive play caller. There's some areas I need to shore up. The weekly process that we had, it always starts there. But I think our guys are going to be a lot further along when they come back in the springtime. And like you mentioned, we got a core group of guys on that side of the ball that should be able to have some familiarity. So.
I'm going back to the lab, and when I'm done creating, this will be a whole different monster of the Midway. Instead of a defensive monster, this thing is going to be an offensive juggernaut. I don't know if you guys think a juggernaut is a monster, but in my book, it will be. So think of like X-Men juggernaut running through walls. And we have a franchise quarterback, so that makes it a little bit easier. That we finally got off of that carousel. And listen, thank goodness we hit on all those picks and all those free agents on offense, because now we look really, really good for the next 3 years, which also means we can really, really get young and talented on this defensive side too.
Like thunder and lightning.
Flip the switch.
Awesome. Good times, man. Good times. I love coach speak. What did we have? We got create, man. I know you caught us in the middle of the bit, but good to see you back, brother. Good to see you back.
Saying the stadium almost damn broke against the Packers. I mean, let's go. Yeah, this guy eats, sleeps.
Yeah.
Football. His wife she probably dresses up as a football when it's time for sexy times. So then he's all about it. He doesn't even like field goals. It doesn't seem like it, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Why settle for 3 when you can get 6? We're going D-tackle. I would not be surprised in one bit unless there's a pretty good D end in there, and we're not planning on making a free agency move there or a trade for their offense is built. Yes,
yeah, pretty much.
We've been tooting that horn for a while. This offense is going to be together for a minimum of 3 more years.
Right.
Slimbo make a run in the playoffs after impressive season. City buzzing about the team. Young talent across the roster. New electric youth leaders. New head coach. Couple holes to fill. Perennial contender. 100%. We've talked about this, and this will be a focus of one of our off-season shows, just how this thing was put together. Let's look at the main weapons right now. Caleb, 3 more years minimum. We're going to pick up the 5th year plus, however many more years after that. The guy's probably going to set a new quarterback market. Colston Loveland, 4 more years. Luther Burden, 3 more years. Roman Dunze, 3 more years. Right? They're all on rookie deals, all first rounders. Luther's a second, so that's 4 years guaranteed. First rounders are 5 years guaranteed.
5th year options, yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, man, this offense, this nucleus of this team is young, talented, and ready to roll, man. I can't wait. If they can hit 2 maybe 3 guys in the draft on defense that have contributed like this draft this year, this team will be set for the next 10 years where they can win 7 out of 10 divisions and be in the playoffs every year of those 10 years, right?
Mhm.
I can't wait to see it. I can't wait till next year.
I know.
Yeah. And it's not like, there's always next year. No, it's not like that. It's like, I can't wait for next year because that arrow is pointed so far up. It's going to be a thing of beauty.
Yeah, I agree with this statement too. Saying, yeah, I don't feel like a second year with this coach will be a regress. I mean, finally, boys, we got a QB, a coach. Yeah, Wedge just went down the line. A tight end, multiple wide receivers. Like it's, but the coach being the big one, right? Because he's going to be the guy to maintain the consistency and, setting the standard that everybody's going to have to adhere to. And so the dude's maniacal. He's a psycho. And yeah, there's going to be no regress. There's no way. There's no way. This arrow is pointing, and it's a sharp incline. That arrow
Right.
pointing up.
It's very apparent that the NFL is now an offensive league, right? It used to be a defensive league. Now you need a top flight, innovative offense, and then you hope that you could catch lightning in the bottle with your defense or you're a top third defense. And those are the teams that consistently make the playoffs, win divisions, and go on runs. I think the window for this team, realistically, easily the best part of this window is in the next 5 years, right? When all these rookie deals start coming to an end, then it's going to get tricky. It's going to get real tricky because now you're going to have a quarterback that's just taking a ton of money, which he's going to deserve. And damn it, we're going to pay him because we're not used to having quarterbacks in Chicago, right? So we're going to keep this kid. Craig coming in. Now, have we shown we're contenders with a beat up team? What were we on our 5th string linebacker?
Yeah, practice squad linebackers, actually. Practice squad linebackers.
Yeah, and we were still signing them. Speaking of that, though, Jackson, you want to go a bold prediction? Jackson might have played his way into the conversation where he's going to be a top 2 linebacker with one of these linebackers being let go for salary cap issues.
Because Edmonds, right? Edmonds is done. His contract's over.
I'd have to double check that. Yeah, so I think Edmonds is the name that they're saying that they would cut. I don't think it's over, but I think he's going into the last year, and it would save him something like 13 to 14 million. So, if that's the case and it's a cost savings move, maybe they think a little bit different with that, with the fact that Edwards got hurt so late in the season, and who knows if he's going to be back in time. Since the Eagles game, I had true hope. When you go into the defending Super Bowls champion's house and just embarrass them, I think that's kind of where everybody's belief started growing at a rapid pace, right? That's when they became a legitimate team, and they weren't the worst 9-win team at that point or whatever. And then, finding late round talent. I like Jackson at the linebacker spot. Polls has showed that not only is he good at finding late round talent, but he's good at finding undrafted free agent talent. Like, kind of uncanny with that. Benedict Bagent was undrafted. Yeah, so kind of see what happens there. You looking up Edmonds?
Yeah, he's got one
contract?
more year.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So they don't have to worry about re-signing him. But the question is it going to be with the team? All these offseason GMs are, this is how I'd fix the Bears. And
because it says right here, if they cut him, it'll save us 15 mil in cap space if they cut him.
Oh, who knows?
which is a shame because, again, before his injury, he was playing all pro football, all
Yeah.
pro level football he was playing. And then he got hurt, and then he comes back, and then he looked like last season Tremaine.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh no.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't envy Pole's position. There's the
Lots.
salary cap. There's a ton of contracts that need to be restructured. The good news is that this team had a lot of success this season. So a lot of these people will probably be willing to restructure because they know this team is close. It's a few moves away from taking another step and possibly making it back to the big dance. So
this is going to be an interesting offseason and draft.
mhm.
And I can't wait to sink my teeth into all the defensive players coming out in this draft. Can't wait.
Combine's coming up. What usually that starts first
March?
Yeah, like first week of March, I want to say. Draft is third week of April. Was it in Pittsburgh this year?
I'm finding that out.
I'm 99% sure it's
so it's actually February 23rd
Combine
through March 2nd at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis.
Per usual, yep. Middle of the country.
Mm-hmm.
And then draft is
February 23rd. That's right around the corner.
I know. And that's when, we're really going to have to do some homework, man, to see what's out there. So,
yeah. So basically, right, we're going to have a show where we're going to decide the positions that we need. Safeties. Okay.
Mhm.
We need to look at safeties. We need to, linebackers and all the whole defensive line, edge and interior. But I think if we have a big hole in interior, because we're going to let go of Billings.
Yes. Like Create said, I would not be surprised if we go D-tackle.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Billings needs to get out anyway, but yeah.
It's time. So. Yeah, Billings. I think his contract's up though too, so there's that. That makes that easier.
Yeah. That's a no-brainer then. See ya.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Billings, let's talk about your contract. Oh, you thinking about extending me? Hell no. We're just letting you know, get the fuck out.
Get up out of here.
So there's 2 beefs waiting at the end of the parking lot for you as a parting gift.
Yeah, we put a couple bags of Portillo's on the hood of your car. You're good.
Thanks for your service. Learn how to split a double team. So, yeah. Make sure you take those roller skates off that you had on all fucking season before you go step out in the parking lot.
Yeah. And Slim brings up a good comment right here. I'm looking for restructured contracts so they could bring in a few better players and then see who they could draft. Jalen Johnson, step in my office.
Hey, Jalen. Oh, is that Grady? Grady Jarrett? Come on in, bro.
Yeah, you too, man. Both of you. Yeah, come on in here. Hey, what's going on, boss? Yeah, sit down because we're going to talk some numbers.
Here's a calculator. Hold this for a second.
Yeah, we're going to restructure some deals around here because
I'm sure they'll restructure Tooney, turn a lot of his money into bonus and stuff like that too. So there's so many different ways. And they're not in cap hell by any means.
No.
But a few restructures with a couple of those big ones. Hell, when you throw guaranteed money at these guys in the terms of a signing bonus or whatever, a lot of these guys are like, fuck yeah, I'll take that guaranteed money for sure. Let's do it. So, yeah, there'll be a ton. Like, Poles has got to be, all right, man, I got like 4 days to take a few naps, and then I got to get on this thing. I'll go play a few rounds of golf down south, and then it's back to work. But
I'm trying to find out when exactly this next salary cap increase is going to happen.
Hey,
it's not too certain.
Yeah,
by Google,
it will go up again for sure. With this upcoming year, I don't remember. I want to say I thought I heard at the beginning of the season like it's supposed to go up like 75 million. It's some like stupid number because of all this TV money that's coming in. Let's take a look.
So it went up this season to 279.2 million as the cap.
Okay.
But so they're going to increase it 23 to 26 million per team, raising it to about 305 million per team.
Okay. So 25 mil. I thought I was supposed to jump a little bit more, but maybe I was thinking of that 276 mil.
So it's not just going to stop this season. There's going to be another one the following season as well. Those numbers they don't have projected yet, but it's going to go up again.
Yeah. The
Probably
NFL's making so much money right now.
Yeah, when you're tucking a playoff game behind a fucking paywall, the money they made.
Mhm.
The money they made, assholes.
Yeah, for sure. So, all right, guys. Well,
yeah,
it's that time. So, we'll keep an eye on the channel. We got to kind of feel out what this off-season schedule is going to look like. We're going to consistent content. It might be one of those things where if some big news happens, we're going to hop on and talk about it. I think they pretty much have all the pieces. Overall, the team chemistry is insanely good right now, and have a younger team ready to roll in what I think will be another competitive season for sure. So, all right, as was, we'll keep an eye out. Thanks, Create, for stopping in. But,
if you follow us on socials, we do have a TikTok as well. If any of you guys are on TikTok, you can just look up Everything Bear Show on TikTok. You'll find us there.
Mhm.
But between our Twitters and our TikTok, we'll post like when we're gonna go.
Yeah.
Because we'll come up with a schedule and keep it. I mean, we might just keep this Wednesday slot and just do it this Wednesdays.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're leaning towards.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out. Yeah, if you guys are on socials, we got a lot of things. Hopefully, some irons in the fire here. TikTok. If you guys are out on TikTok, I think if you search the.everything.bears, I believe that's how our TikTok goes. Listen, guys, we're growing pretty quick on TikTok. We posted a few videos. Our last one, with all the fans out there, is blowing up for us. So we're gaining a lot of new people that way. But man, we love our OGs. So if you got other fans, guide them to the channel. Make sure that they jump on that Everything Bears YouTube channel, subscribe, get the word out. So that we can bring you more and more content. We're already starting a network. Hopefully we can bring other people on from who cover other teams to kind of get their perspective. We already got a Rams guy lined up. So yeah, I mean, things are going, and for you guys coming on and supporting us through our inaugural season, it's been a blast, man. I appreciate all you guys from jumping on. So yeah, it's just two guys who enjoy talking football and love the comments. So the last few shows we've been so comment heavy. It's been awesome.
Yeah. Well, shoot. Good to see y'all. Thanks y'all for stopping in. We'll see you next week.
Bear down.
Peace.